Hey, what's up? I'm Cleo Sam.
Can I get a bump?
The most procrastinating simmer here on YouTube, bringing another video in a timely fashion. So you saw the explanation of what's going on. I would have said, I'm here to say it's not that big of a deal. I'm recording the audio now through Sony Vegas Pro, Sony Vegas 16 Pro, and I will try not to make it sound too weird. The thing about voiceovers is you kind of can't react at the same time as the gameplay is going on, so it looks a little disjointed. Unless it's a speed build, which by the way I also have coming up. I'm collaborating with Low Vision Gamer on a speed build. I'm building, he's decorating, be looking for that. So as usual, I am paused. I am probably talking about his new trait, and the reason why she's dressed like that is she went out to some fancy schmancy whatever it was with one of her friends, and she had to dress up. Interesting enough, her friend was not dressed up, but you know, whatever. So she's reading baking. She's supposed to level up all the way to 10 for her cooking and baking, and I decided to add the gourmet cooking to that as well, since she seems to do pretty good with that. Right now we're going to have Devon do a painting. They're not broke by any sense of the stretch of the imagination, but it'd be nice if he did do a painting. So what I'm doing is I've asked him to paint from reference, and I want him to use Madelyn because she's dressed up really nice, and I thought that'd be a good idea. And then we're going to keep that painting. We're not going to sell it. So she's going back upstairs because he's watching TV and hasn't actually shown up. So I'm going to ask him to get his behind over here so that we can do a paint by reference using his wife. I'm hoping to take one of the wedding photos and fix it so it can display here in the house. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm sure there's a tutorial somewhere about it. So she is standing next to the easel. I have figured out how to do paint by reference. It works better if the person is standing next to the easel, not behind it or in front of it. I learned that through this actually. So now he's gonna take a picture of Madelyn. See, it worked out good. Look how pretty she is. Aww. Yeah, we want all our hair in it. So we're going to use this. And like it said, he's a level 8 painter. But he's also got the creatively gifted, I think it's called. I was looking at it a minute ago. It was something he just found out he has. I am not sure whether this is happening because of meaningful stories, slice of life. It's just a new thing in the game. Don't know. But that is how that's working. So she's going to go to the bathroom. And I think I'm going to have her cook something. Me and my pause button. I'm the queen of the pause button. Alright, so she's going to eat. I'm finding her some food. And she fixed this big roast. And apparently I'm like, no, that's not what no, I don't want you eating that. I want you to cook something. So this is where I find out that the cooked gourmet meal, see, I was like, there has to be something in there. But this cooked gourmet meal is different from the one in the game. And that's what you see me trying to determine. It's like, well, she can cook from here. What's the deal with see, this is cook custom. I forget how to pronounce her name, but it's like Ice Mum something. Anyway, it's where you get all the food interactions and you can get extra things to cook. I didn't realize there was a separate gourmet meal. It's customized, which is why you see nothing. So you see me click it again. And I'm like, well, she can bake a whole bunch of different things. Certainly she should be able to fix a gourmet meal. And then I go, why is this empty? That doesn't make any sense. So I'll click it again. I finally press play. Queen of the pause button, I am. I don't like my Sims running around doing stuff before I tell them to do stuff. So I think I'm going to have her fix lasagna. I think that's what I ended up choosing. And she's got a pretty high skill. Now you may be asking, why am I not making her like a celebrity chef or something? I'm not sure if it's possible. I know Devon can get stuff done with painting and become famous, but I'm not sure about the cooking. I did watch one of my friends try to make a celebrity chef using the stream bot, I guess, you know, the little head that follows you around and takes video of everything you're doing, and it just didn't work out real well. So I'm showing now about that being talented, creatively talented is what that new trait is called, and it comes from the reward store, I guess. I'm not sure. So he's going to bed. He's tired. She's gonna have to clean that counter. I know I did that. I remember saying she had to do that. So, and you'll see me later go back and figure out that it was a different gourmet cooking. One's specialized and one's not. So since we're not selling this painting, I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on the wall. Pause. That's her lasagna. I'll have her fix something else. Because I just recorded this, it's not like a voiceover from a week ago where I have no idea what's going on. I just filmed this and then found out that the mic's not working. Then proceeded to test the mic to make sure I didn't fix it right. And I fixed it right. So I guess this was just one of those things where it just didn't record properly. Stuff happens. But like I said, we're not going to release good content. See, here's her gourmet cooking thing. And it's like, aha. So the other one must be a mod. And I don't know how to get it to work. So I'm not going to worry about it. That's not the one I was worried about anyway. So she's going to clean the counter. It looks like I did ask her to cook something else and clean the coffee pot. And let's see how much of that she gets done. We're looking at all of her friends. See who she needs to... The girl I'm pointing at now is the one she went out with. The reason why she's dressed the way she is. So I'm determining whether I need to try to be friends with her more. Because according to the rules, it's kind of like in the Sims 3 Not So Berry. She has a lot of friends. She, you know, is real close with her friends, which is where the dinner parties come in at. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Judith's in there. If you guys are just now joining us, you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you. They just had a wedding. They got married, and Judith came to the wedding because her and Madelyn are real good friends. Now, Madelyn is not famous at all, but her husband is, and Judith will not give him the time of day, which is kind of funny. So she's now fixed the pasta primavera I asked her to fix, and she pulled it from the coffee pot. You know, I didn't see that when I was filming it. Did not see that at all. So interesting. And it says, I guess, that his star is starting to fade, maybe? I know I went and had him do some more paintings because, A, they're broke. Their bills are over $3,000. I built this house, and even I'm like, why did I build it so big? The other thing about this house is in my opinion, even though it's a 4-bedroom house, it's really not conducive to kids. So we'll see what happens to this house after they start having babies. And interestingly enough, when they got married, the first thing I had them do is woohoo, if you guys are keeping up with the story. And I remembered that she was pregnant. So I've done played through all this, and I was like, yeah, when she gets ready to give birth, I'll do the episode. Well, as I'm playing through it, now Kawaii Stacy's add periods to the Slice of Life mod, and it said that she was going to be doing that. And I was like, well, isn't she pregnant? And she wasn't. So I had to make her pregnant. So right now she's pregnant, but she does not know that she is pregnant. Just a little side note there. So we're going to have her take a bath and then she can go to bed because it is getting late. Interestingly enough, this bathroom is basically the ensuite to their room. I mean, it's not really basically, it is. But if you do not pick this toilet or this bathtub or this shower, they will go to the one across the hall. I don't know whether they prefer it over there or if there's too much stuff in the way for them to go in by themselves without being prompted. You never know with The Sims. I'm showing all the stuff that's wrong with her. It says she's fatigued because she has her period. It'll say she has cramps. It'll say she's angry. That's what the hot-headed red thing is. And that's because she's going through that. Looking at his stuff, seeing if he needs to create anything. But he needs a shower more than anything else. So I'm going to have him get up and take a shower. Probably paint some more stuff. Because that seems about right. After all the bills. But yeah, the room we're next to is it's another kid's room. Now the nursery is next to this. And right now the other room has a portable bar in it because she is supposed to reach level 10 of the culinary career. So she's got a few things that need to be done. The 3 to 4 kids. As like I said, I don't know about this house being conducive to that, but I think it'll work out. To me, this looks more like just a couple's, paradise, you could say. But in the end, once they start having all the kids, I think it'll work out just fine. I did move the office, the study just up here in the, on the landing. You see the computer and the computer desk. And his easel is usually up there too. I put it down here because he's been carrying it around. And he's been painting pictures of the celebrities. So once again, I'm just going through all her stuff to see what all's wrong with her. Because it's a whole blather of things. Here we go. He's going to paint. And I said he'd paint a little bit and then he'd eat because it looks like he's hungry. She should be in bed. But we'll see later whether she actually went or not. Yeah, she went. Once it goes blue, that means they're done. So I forgot what I asked him to paint. Maybe pop art? No. It was realism or something like that. And you're going to see this really cool painting here in a minute. At least I think it's really cool. So I rushed him along. And it's already looking good. But just to see the end product was really nice. Yeah, let's zoom in and look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at him. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Now, what's special about this painting is that, if I'm not mistaken, it was his very first masterpiece. You will hear some music or a noise or something like that. And that was how I was alerted to. See, there was some noise that went down. And then when you click off of this, it says he painted a masterpiece. It's great. Either it's surrealism or it's realism. Anyway, we're going to have him sell it because remember his star's fading. So we want that to be successful. I'm going to have him update and keep up with social media. That's definitely going to help him in the long run. So I said sell it and then you can eat. So he should, yeah, turn around. There you go. There you go. So I think he still picked pasta primavera, yeah, to eat. Something stinky. I don't know what it is. Him and his wife both have been in the bathroom. They were in there together, basically. Oh, I know there was something that was weird that happened. He came home from work and he didn't come in the house. I don't know why. But she was talking to her friend upstairs and I happened to click down and I was like, what's wrong? And it said he was freezing to death. And I was like, why? So I click on him to find out where he is. And he's just standing outside wearing what you see here. And I was like, get your butt in the house. Oh my God. If I mentioned it before, I'm sorry. But it was just kind of weird because normally they just come in the house. You do not have to ask them. Sometimes you got to ask them to get out. But very rarely do you ask them to, you know, come in before they kill themselves. And he was turning blue and everything. And why he didn't have winter clothes on is beyond me. But he did not. So it is pretty early in the morning. And I was like, that's her. Let's go back to him. He slept. And so he can afford to stay up and do some more painting. Now, if you guys know about this, I'm repeating myself. If this is your first time being at my channel, the easels, all of them so far, are throwing last exceptions. I don't know why. I thought maybe it was a custom content easel. It's not. And when he gets his easel from work, which I don't know if he's got that now or not because I haven't been in family inventory. We'll put that up and see if it throws an LE. It probably will. All of them have been doing that. I don't know why, but that's a thing in The Sims. So I put all this stuff up because I wanted to see what skills he had. And then I was like, raise all the rest of it up too, instead of scrolling around. I do it for their contacts and stuff, but I don't normally bother anything else. And I was like, I just want to see stuff. I don't want to be scrolling down. All right, so I think, no, it's not another masterpiece. But if he sells it to a collector, he doesn't get as much money, but he gets fame. So every once in a while, I'll sell something for money instead of fame. So now, we're going to have him go to the bathroom. I was going to have him do something else, and I can't remember what it was. And I was like, well, he could have just stayed downstairs and went to the bathroom then, if that was the case. Oh, I picked brew. I thought I'd picked clean up because it looked like it hadn't been clean. Either way, The coffee pot is about to be dealt with. And I get sick and tired of them using that as opposed to just going to sleep. So, Winterfest is up on us. And it's snowing. And normally I don't be bothered with the holidays. But they just got married. And this will be their first Winterfest by themselves. So, I had thought, well, I could throw the dinner party now as opposed to Thursday. The reason why I'm throwing the dinner parties, period, is because she has to have 5 gold dinner parties. So I think her last one was silver or something. I don't know. What else? Oh, I couldn't have a dinner party because we're having Winterfest. I can invite a whole bunch of people to hang out at the house, but I cannot throw a dinner party. So I said, you know what? Never mind. We're just going to celebrate Winterfest by ourselves. And that is something we get started with, I think, next episode. So stay tuned for that. I can't see. Oh, she's thirsty. This is Kawhi Stacy's Spice of Life mod with the thirst and the dizziness. It'll go away. If you drink stuff, like I said, it just causes you to have to go to the bathroom more. But you can drink milk. Sorry about that. Water. Orange juice. Whatever it is. It's still going to last for as long as it lasts. And if you try to take medicine, I did that once. And it said that you were taking medicine when it wasn't needed, and we needed to see what bad effects were going to happen. So that's not a game I play on camera anyway, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. So he's done a pop art painting, and we're going to sell that. He's not quite done yet. My bad, my bad. Cat, stop making so much noise. You know my audience can hear you, right? Anyway, that concludes this episode. If you would like the video, that would be great. Comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, because you never know when the most procrastinating simmer here on YouTube is going to drop another video. I'm CleoSim, and I'm out.
Can I get a bump?